What's up, guys? Let's talk today about the running game. And this game is legendary, right? It has some great AI, animations, gameplay. You want a sim football game, this is the one to pick up, right? This is all pro football 2K8. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of the game. And in my game, Legend Bowl, it's a totally different game. It's pixel art. It's not as dynamic as this game's going to be. I'm also one person, so indie dev, handicap there. But in the end, I want to make the game as quality as possible and, a game that's going to feel really good. And I love the mechanics in All Pro Football. So if you guys never played it, I'll talk to you about it real quick, and then we'll go on to my game and show you how I'm trying to do the same type of running as they did in All Pro Football. So basically, in this game, if you start tapping A, you'll see he gets a little bit of a speed boost, right? So I'm running with Barry Sanders here. He's one of the legends in the game, and I'm tapping A, and the faster you tap it, you can kind of see that the icon in the middle will like show a little bit of like a little blip of like a charging feature or something, and that's for speed. Now, if you want to do just power, then you hold down the power button and you get more like a power game. So you have two types of running styles. You have just go fast, or you have when you hold down, the controller vibrates and you get power. And you can also do this on defense as well. So what I've been working on with Legend Bowl is the same type of controls and mechanics. And I just started doing it this morning. So I want to show you guys what I have so far. And I have some things working, but not everything yet. So really at the end of the day, what I want to happen when you're running the ball in Legend Bowl is I want you to be able to either want to go turbo. And as you go turbo, you start to lose stamina. I may take that off. I'm not sure. I may let you just run with turbo for longer periods. I'm not sure. But in this game, they don't really seem to be running too much faster than when you don't have the turbo on. This is without turbo, and this is with turbo. I'm tapping it as fast as I can do it with one thumb. Okay. So there's that. And then the aggression one, you got to hold it down. And then, once you do a move, boom, the move will have more power to it. All right. So that's Legend Bowl. I'm sorry, that's APF. Let's go ahead and move on to Legend Bowl, and I will show you what I have in here. So this is Legend Bowl. And in here, the way I had it before is you just run around. And right now I have the camera basically sitting steady. You run around with the left stick, and that's how you kind of move your guy around, right? So I have moves in here, right? So if you want to do like a, shoulder move, you lose points at that point. So the yellow bar is the stamina and the red is the fatigue, right? So on here, if I want to tap A, now I'm tapping A, you'll see he's running a little bit faster. You can see, and then basically I have it locked down to where when he's gassed, he's basically done. It's at 25% or less. And that means he's so tired. Just let him, his stamina is so low right now. Just all he can do is basically slow down and just run his normal run. I may even slow him down at that point, right? And then the stamina gets rejuvenated over time. But I'm going to go ahead and just pause this and reset because I don't have a quick way to reset their stamina. So I'm going to show you guys when they have a full stamina, what it looks like. So when you tap A, the stamina goes down a little bit and they go a little faster. And then if you hold down A, now if you let go too early, then you lose it. But if you hold down long enough, then it stays. My controller's vibrating. You can kind of hear that in the background. And then if I push a button, you get a big hit, big move, right? So that's going to be the idea. So I'm trying to implement this very similar to All Pro Football. And, I want to know what you guys think, but I want the running game to give some strategy behind it. So if you're running the ball, and let's just try to do a quick play. I haven't even used this yet in the real game. So let's do a quick scrimmage. And let's see if this even works. I don't have the ratings changing, so when you're all charged up, you should be able to get a better. You'll be able to get a better. Let me do a run here. You'll be able to get a more successful move, right? So if you're all charged up and you've chosen to hold it down, and that's kind of the strategy which I like about 2K. You have the strategy to either tap the A button so you can get, build up some kind of a powerful move. But tap the A button so you can run faster. But the downside to that is that you don't have a powerful move in your belt. You can do a move, but it's not going to work as well. And if you want to charge it, well, you can choose to charge it as your strategy. And then at that point, you're losing turbo, right? So we're going to go ahead and here, see, I'm charging it now. And in theory, I've chosen to charge it. And when I hit the shoulder charge button, or any move, I should be able to be more successful, right? So I'm thinking about 1.5 times, your normal success rate. You should be able to pull it off, so, and then on here, I can also tap. And if I tap, I can get, some boost. So that's helpful also. But I'm also going to give the defense that ability as well. So there's going to be some level of tuning that needs to be done to make sure that, you can't, here's the thing. I can either slow down see right now he's already gassed. See, he's gassed because he's lost too much stamina. So the point that I was going to make was I have to tune the stamina, but I also have to figure out what kind of like how much tapping how much I want the tapping to work, right? So if you're trying to sprint and run fast, I need to figure out how much I want to be able to tap, allow them to run really fast and for how long, right? So, because here's the thing. So what I'm trying to say is if I let them tap forever, like all pro football does, then at some point, then he can't be running as fast. You know what I mean? Because if I have it to where you can tap forever, then you don't want him to run too crazy, because if you do that, then what'll happen is you just be running across the board. Like the tapping, the change in speed needs to be very subtle, just like all pro football. I can barely even tell if I'm tapping or not. So I don't like that in all pro football as much, because I don't feel like I actually can see the difference. It's a difference, but I can't really observe it. I can't really tell, right? And when I'm doing this, it feels like you're actually getting a benefit, a significant benefit when you tap, when you tap, the guy's moving. Like you can see. And I actually lowered it. You can see he's moving a little bit faster. Just like if I go from here to here, you can see he's getting a little bit of a bump, right? And I might be able to even show, no, I can't show. I was going to show his speed, but his speed is increasing until the point he gets gassed. So my point is that I can either make the tapping, the sprinting more powerful, and then lock you down to a certain amount of time, right? So you can't just turbo blast past everybody, right? Or I can make it to where it's more subtle, not as powerful, and you can use it the whole entire way. You see, you're gassed at that point. So this is what I got right now. I have it working with the controller. The controller vibrates the right way. I have the player moving. I have it all built. The entire system's built. All I got to do now is add the bonus when you hit someone with a power move. And I also have to add this to all of the other position types. Like if you're on defense, you want to have this as well. So let me know what you guys think. One last thing before we go that I wanted to show you. We're in the rain. Somebody wanted to see a rain game. And the cool thing about the rain is if I bump up the speed of the wind, you can see the rain starts to move. And if I change the direction here, the rain also shows that change in direction. And believe it or not, I'll show you real quick before we get off. when you're playing the game, we'll do offense only. When you're playing, the wind makes a big difference. So I'm going to throw it to somebody, and I'm going to show you guys how the wind really changes things. So I'm going to just make it like 21 mile. I'll just do 21 miles and I'll throw it like at an angle that way. And let's try to throw it to LB. Let's see what happens. See, so the ball actually went further than it should have gone. And if I really want to get, let's put it in our face like 40 miles per hour. So if I do this, and let's just try to throw it like B. See, the ball is kind of like coming like shorter and shorter, and the receiver is going to try to go after it. But the wind is a very powerful thing, and the more wind you have, obviously the bigger the change. So this video is more about the running, but I wanted to show you guys this because I haven't really seen this myself in a while. I'm going to throw this downwind and see what happens. I mean, look how far that ball is going to run. 40 miles per hour. Whoa. I threw a really high ball there, so don't worry. I'm going to throw one more to see if I throw the bullet. And that's what's cool too. Like if you're playing with a really good quarterback or your own or a lower quarterback, I don't think it matters too much. But if you throw a bullet, you'll be able to have less. That was an inaccurate pass. The wind won't matter as much. Now you're talking about 40 mile an hour wind here. This is crazy wind. This is like hurricane, tropical storm wind levels. But this game, I'm trying to make a simulation, which is why I'm doing this video to show you the running. And I'm trying to make it better and better. So we'll see what happens. But stay tuned for more videos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.